Hi, I'm Jordan Long, and today I'm going to talk about, you know, something that always comes up. Well, it doesn't always come up, but it comes up enough times that one has to talk about it. So, on YouTube, they're always going to talk about, "Oh, Jordan, why you don't do partnership?" And I know I made many films on this, but I don't take partnership or whatever the English word for it would be, since the word partner is probably a French borrowed word, learned word, I imagine. But I don't do it since there's so many things that one has to keep in mind, and they always have to have before doing it. One, do they have like do their movies do their films get a lot of views? And if their films don't get a lot of views, then that may not work out for them. A lot of showers who buy showtime on YouTube want their shows to be watched before your films. And if you don't get a lot of watch time, like I don't, then who's going to want to buy advertising time in the beginning, middle, or end of my film? All right. Then there's also a thing about being in good standing, but you can be in good standing with ownership and followship, you know. But there's always that one risk, there's always that one pick of someone at YouTube making a bad call, making a mistake, and then you lose all your good standing. Be oh, I think this doesn't follow followship. Oh, this might not follow ownership. Yeah, and then you get a strike on you. And then you have to go through the whole thing of saying, hey, YouTube, you made a mistake, even from if you had the email. Well, if you were a partner, the pick would be you would have the email or whatever you want to call it. The interweb talk, I don't know. Anyway, and if you didn't, then you had the feedback. So either way, you would had to had one of those, you know. But even if it wasn't, then there could be a thing called then you'd be doing everything right, but then some shower out there didn't feel it was shower friendly enough, and then YouTube could make it where you didn't get any weird guilt from that movie. Or if you were doing fair use, and every time someone does something like that, even though it's okay to do it, you always have, you always gotta worry, always gotta be afraid. I mean, you always gotta be afraid of someone going, "That's my stuff." See, I don't care if you're using it under, if it's okay to work with. That's still my stuff. Yeah, and then you getting a hang up, a downside, and a bind over that. I never want to go for any of those headaches that partners have to go through, you know. And those are probably two of the three things that happen. Now, another thing that happens to partners is that they always have to be afraid of Google AdSense. They always have to be afraid that they're going to lose their Google AdSense, you know, that someone at the Google AdSense team or somehow it's someone tells them that apparently you were watching your own shows, but it was by mistake. But I'm still gonna say that you weren't supposed to do that, and then you lose your Google AdSense or whatever you had. So yeah, do I really want to go for all that? Do I really want to worry about Do I really want to be afraid of all that? No, I don't. I don't want to be afraid of all that. So that's why I don't go for partnership. That's why I never applied for it. Well, back in the day, becoming a partner was a long process where you would go through They would say no. You'd have to wait 2 months, and then they would either say yes or no to you. But then even now, even if you could go on your account and turn and shift on partner, YouTube would still want you to build up your account before they even before they said go add AdSense or go monetize or whatever, or go with Weird Guild. But I never went for partnership, and it didn't matter how many shifts and upmakes and layouts they went with it. But I didn't ever want to go for all that shit that partners have to go through. Now I know that partners are going to say that, they're going to say that partnership isn't flawless. And you're going to see a lot of them go outside of YouTube to try to get Weird Guild. I don't know. They are. A lot of them Patreon themselves, but that's also another French barred word learned word there too. And you know what I think about that. Okay, I already talked about that. And I don't want to go for all that shit. So no. I don't care how many good things that it could give you, but all the bad things it could give you too. So no, that's why I never ever went for partnership. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later.